Hey, what is going on, guys? I'm very happy to present to you yet another completed build here. This is actually something that I just recently reviewed and got straight to work on repainting it because I was just really excited to paint this kit. And so this is, of course, the Strelitzia from the Plamax or the Max Factory's Moderoid line. And obviously I went with the alternate color scheme for this. I was really on the fence as to which color scheme I wanted to ultimately go with. The original white, the red version, or the very slightly at the end of the series scene, the gold version of this. There is also that. All of them sounded cool, and honestly I'm not against the idea of at some point in my life getting another one of these kits and painting it in one of the different color schemes, but I really couldn't decide as to which color scheme I wanted to do. So I actually put it to a vote on my Facebook page. I just posted up on there which color should I paint the Strelitzia, and red got the most votes, so here we are. I painted it red, and it's not just any red, it is a kind of custom mix of a couple different reds, basically fluorescent red, fluorescent pink, and then I think character red was the main red that I used for this. So I lightened it up, brightened it up with some fluorescent red and fluorescent pink in there as well. And it was this is something that just happens every now and then. Unfortunately, while I was doing the painting for this, I was missing a piece. One of the pieces I hadn't noticed had fallen onto the floor, and it's the piece for the front of the torso, the front of the stomach section of this was missing, and I didn't realize it until much later when I was putting some sections together, and I realized, hey, where's that piece? And then I found it on the floor, and I had to paint that. Now, I didn't have any more color left of the original color that I used. I mixed up just enough to use for all the armor, and then I didn't make any extra. So let that be a lesson to all of you guys. Keep some extra if you're working with a custom color. Keep it just until you're done with the project at least. So I had to go through the process of trying to mix up more of that color and matching it. So I had to repaint that part a couple times trying to get the color to match just right. It came out fine. There's actually some tonal differences. You can see some of the parts, like especially like on the shoulders or some places, if you see the parts right next to each other, you can see the red tone is not exactly the same. That wasn't on purpose, it just kind of ended up being like that. But I did paint the parts because I know that like that can happen if you aren't really careful about making sure you have like the exact same coverage and number of coats on parts you can get, especially when you're working with really bright colors. It's really going to show if the colors aren't exactly the same. So what I did when I painted the parts, I painted them in a way that I knew that if the colors were a little bit different, that it would show, it would look like that it was on purpose, if that makes sense. So like I painted like the main parts of the shoulder first, and then I painted all the little extra bits second. So I knew that like if those were a little bit different, they would all look the same kind of. So did my best to do that, and it did actually work out, but that wasn't really meant for those to be in different tones of red, but that's how they came out anyway. So and then the yellow I think was just some like character yellow, I think, with a little bit of fluorescent orange in there or something like that as well. And then the white is just straight up white for that. So it was a little bit challenging too, because I basically painted in the opposite colors. So painting all of the white parts to red was easy enough, but painting the red parts to white, it took a lot of coats of white paint to get those red parts to look really super bright white, because then some of the parts like on the shield bits and on the lance, some of those parts that were originally white, it didn't take much to just keep those in white. So in order for all of the parts that are supposed to be white to all look the same tone of white, it took a lot of coats over the red plastic to get them in a super bright white, but it worked out. It came out pretty good. Of course, before all of that, there was some seam line removal that had to be done on some of the parts. That was pretty simple enough, so it really didn't take all that long to get this prepped, ready for painting. And then during the painting process, there was some masking that needed to be done, most notably on the head. Basically, it came with eyes pre-printed on there, like you see with a lot of like Frame Arms Girls or Megami Device kind of kits from Kotobukiya. The eyes, if you saw in the review, the eyes were pre-painted, so I wanted to cover those up. So I actually used the eye sticker to cover the eyes up, and then I just repainted the rest of the face around that. And then I had to do some masking around on like the kind of crown bit on the front of the head. To make that, having the yellow and white stripes on there, had to mask those bits, and then had to mask the parts on the shield, the yellow and red stripes on the tips of the end of the shield there. So there was a little bit of masking here and there that had to be done, but really overall nothing too difficult. It was a really fun kit and like relatively simple to work with, just a little bit of seam line removal to get it prepped, a little bit of masking during the painting process, but overall It wasn't all that complicated, and I think it came out really nice. It does look really cool. I think just straight out of the box, the kit looked great, but obviously painted, it's going to just have that extra flair to it. And I honestly don't think that the design is really supposed to have a lot of like caution markings or like decals on it, really. But that was just something that I just personally wanted to add, so I didn't want to add a ton of them. I just wanted to add just a few little white decals here and there just to give it a little bit more detail, because it really doesn't have a whole lot of surface detail in it. So just to make it look a little bit more detailed, I added some decals here and there, and that was pretty much it. Just finished it off with my favorite top coat of all time, the Mr. Color number 182 flat clear. I love that top coat so much. When I was top coating this, I was like, oh, it looks so good, and it came out looking great. The finish on that top coat gives you a really nice like kind of like satin finish. It's not super matte, so I really like it a lot, and it almost gives it the look of like kind of like a PVC figure in terms of its finish for that. So I like the way that looks on model kits. So that is pretty much it. It was a fun kit to work with. I'm anxious to hear you guys' thoughts on that. If you voted for this in my Facebook page, thank you for voting. If you voted for the red version, then I hope you're happy with how this came out. If you voted for one of the other color schemes, yeah, there could very well be another painted kit of this sometime in the future. It's not something I'm going to go out and pick up straight away, but like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to painting this kit again. It was a lot of fun to work with. So as for my first experience with the Moderoid line, it's been pretty good. I don't know if there's any really other ones out in the line currently that I'm looking forward to picking up, but I'm definitely looking forward to maybe checking some more out in the future. So I'm anxious to see what else Max comes up with for the line. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts down below. If you have any other questions about this, anything that I didn't cover, feel free to just leave those down below. And once again, this kit will be for sale, so if you're interested in purchasing it, just get at me. The best way would be on my Facebook page, but any way you can get in touch with me is fine, and we can work that out. If you're interested in purchasing this, just let me know. So with that, guys, I do still yet have a couple more projects that are like right in the finishing stages, so do expect to see some even more completed builds in the very near future. Thank you so much for watching as always, and have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.